I'm Anca, and this is the place to be to hear about the latest tech trends in healthcare. Phase 3 clinical trials, marketing authorization, benefit-risk balance, all these words were unknown to the general public before the COVID-19 pandemic. But now that everyone has their eyes on the drug development process, it is time for healthcare stakeholders to embrace the latest technologies to reduce the cost and the time to market for their products. Welcome to today's video. Before talking about clinical trials, I have another story for you today. It is the story of Bonnie. She is 68, an author, mother of 4, and great-grandmother in Chicago. She has been battling asthma her whole life, in and out of hospitals, in and out of ICUs. But after the 13th time on life support, she promised herself that if she had the opportunity, she would do everything she could to avoid others going through the same difficulties and the same struggles. And as it turns out, opportunity to help presented itself in August 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, she heard that a clinical trial for a vaccine was conducted at the University of Illinois. Although she wasn't very trusting of the medical community, she wanted to do her part and contribute to end the pandemic. So she received her first shot in August and then the second one in September. In her own words, and I quote, "This is just my small contribution so that we can all live and be well." But what if in the future, people like Bonnie won't be able to contribute to clinical trials anymore? What if no patient at all will be able to contribute to clinical trials? What if clinical trials will become virtual? That's a real possibility. Here is a list of today's digital breakthroughs that will enable patient-less clinical trials. Synthetic control arms. When Bonnie signed up for the COVID-19 vaccine clinical trial, she did not want to end up in a placebo group. I mean, who does? When people sign up for a clinical trial, it is because they want to receive the drug tested, not the placebo. But unfortunately, in clinical trials, researchers need to compare two groups of similar people, where one arm receives the drug tested and the other one receives a placebo. This is today's gold standard in clinical research, meaning that it is the best we can do. But what if we could replace the placebo group by a synthetic control arm? The idea of a synthetic control arm came when researchers asked themselves if instead of creating a group of patients who would receive a placebo, they could instead create a model of a patient with pre-existing data from sources like electronic health records or disease registries. The benefits are very clear: reducing the need to enroll patients, reducing costs and delays in clinical trials, and allow therapies to reach the market faster. In silico trials. The term in silico clinical trials indicates the use of computer simulation in the development of a medicinal product, medical device, or medical intervention. The ultimate goal would be to have a fully virtual trial with no animals, no patients, and not one single cell to test a new drug. All computer simulation. Unfortunately, this is not yet possible, but we are making progress. Computers can recreate the way a biological system functions. Then, simulation comes into play to predict the way this biological system will react to external stimulations, like the exposure to a drug. The great advantage of in silico trials is that they allow scientists to anticipate the potential side effects of a new treatment before giving it to animals or people. They also help scientists better understand how a treatment works and refine the product to increase its chances to successfully help patients. Last but not least, in silico models can be used and improved over and over again without affecting a living organism. Digital twins. 2 years ago, during a Siemens Healthineers conference I was speaking at, I discovered the first images of a digital twin of a heart. Digital twins are exact replicas of the human body, or in this case, of a particular organ that can help scientists and doctors better understand the precise characteristics of each patient. Because yes, That digital heart was not merely a copy of any heart, it was a precise copy of a precise patient. Surgeons can use digital twins to visualize and train for their surgeries, and researchers can use them to anticipate the effect the treatment will have on the human body way before giving it to the patient. Even if all these new virtual approaches sound fantastic, do keep in mind that we still have a long way to go before patients in clinical trials are completely replaced by virtual replicas. This new approach doesn't work for all the diseases, and good quality data is often not available. When you think about it, transforming a disease or an entire person into a mathematical model is not easy at all. If you want to continue this conversation, head over to our website for more content and the unique opportunity to sign up to our next Inspiring Conference. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.